This platform is called the Sheik. Your host, I am your host, Chief Justice Durand with Murrell Bay. I am your authority, Chief Justice Durand with Murrell Bay, in capitis, diminutio, nolo, in red ink, in proprio, persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. I will be demonstrating universal law, constitutional law, Moorishe Law, divine law, spiritual law, not more so spiritual, but it's all spiritual. Supreme law, okay? Let me begin. All rise. Not let me begin, but I'm about to begin. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity and according to the ancient Noahide laws as stated by this holy Congress. This is a sovereign living ancient Article 3 Moorishe American Moroccan Universal Court action. We are the divine sovereign living justice and ego sum, Durand with Murrell, sovereign living justice, and my free chosen sovereign appellation is Ogunwole, Supreme Seven Solution Eo. All are in capitis, diminutio, nolo, in red ink, in propria, persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. We are capit it corpus juris lex and legalis, which is our statement that we are the one and only lawful and legal, natural, living head and body for our empire. All Moors are the divine, original, indigenous, sovereign, ancient, Moroccan, Moorishe American ascendant of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites, Canaanites, Shemites, Israelites, Cushites, and Hittites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our honor, our credit, and our energy are hereby vested in ourselves. For we are the people who are, excuse me, let me put my charge on. There we go. Okay. For we are the people who are the original, indigenous, natural, divine, sovereign, ancient Moroccan Empire in the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, ancient Washington District for Columbia, the Universal Moorishe American Consulate, in the earth-wide Article 3 Moorishe American Consular Court. We are the law by our sovereign status, which is the original, indigenous, natural, divine, sovereign fiduciaries, original creditors, executors, divine ministers, possessors, grantors, entitled trustors for all causes for action, and our system is the trustee. We are peace. We are one nation, one state, one empire, and one God. We hereby recognize ourselves and accept our sovereign divine ascension. We do possess in our custody all land, all natural resources, and all commerce. We, the true living God nation, are peace, peace, peace. And we are all eternal, ancient, original, sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time, non-pro-time. We are the United States for America, and we are the supreme law of the land. I have leaned the following corporations, which all corporations have been terminated, are considered dead, unlawful. And these companies have been leaned for unlawful occupation of the most ancient land. All has been given opportunity to appear in a previous court action that was held. They did not show, okay, and did not state their nationality on the record for the record. Therefore, they are out of law, okay? And now being terminated, specifically those in the office, subjects in the office of CEO, president, well, chief executive officer, president / owner. Okay, I will state the following: that these said corporations, subjects in the office of CEO, chief executive officer, president, owner, are presently being terminated. I will begin with Bill Collins Ford Lincoln, Kevin Collins, subject in the office of president. You are now terminated. Glenview Trust Company, Scott Neff, subject in the office of chief executive officer. You are now terminated. Jefferson County Judicial Center Corporation and acting court reporters, all of you are now terminated. Anybody acting as a subject in the office of judge up under the Jefferson County Judicial Center Corporation, and like I said before, acting court reporters are terminated. Jefferson County Circuit Court Clerk, Administrative Office, David Nicholson, you are now terminated. Jefferson County Office of Chief of Police, Paul Humphrey, subject in the office of Chief of Police, you are now terminated. Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, David James, subject in the office of Sheriff, you are now terminated. Jefferson County Tax Assessor, Met Colin Younger, subject in the office of Tax Assessor, you are now terminated. John Mann and Brandon R. Jones, agents, subjects in the office of agents of Linen Saltbury International Realty, you are now terminated. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank National Association, Jamie Diamond, subject in the office of Chief Executive Officer, you are now terminated, along with Salim Ramji, subject in the office of CEO, subject in the office of Chief Executive Officer, and who also is Chief Executive Officer of Vanguard Group, Inc. You all are now terminated. Kentucky Council, Christy Eckerlin, subject in the office of CEO or Chief Executive Officer, you are now terminated, along with Wes Henderson, subject in the office of owner, you are now terminated. KFC Yum Center, Scott Mesvinsky, subject in the office of Chief Executive Officer, you are now terminated. Louisville Gas and Electric, John R. Crockett III, subject in the office of CEO, you are now terminated. Omni Hotel and Resorts, Kourte Alexander, subject in the office of CEO, you are now terminated. Provost Marshal's Office, Sarah Aldrich, subject in the office of Provost Marshal General of the Army and Command Sergeant, you are now terminated. Results Physiotherapy, Michael Martin, subject in the office of Chief Executive Officer, you are now terminated. Southern Grace of Wine and Spirit, Wayne Kaplan, subject in the office of Chief Executive Officer and or President, you are now terminated. The Progressive Corporation, Tricia Griffith, subject in office of Chief Executive Officer, you are now terminated. Kentucky Supreme Court Justice, those in the office of Kentucky Supreme Court Justice and the clerk, subject in the office or acting as judicial officers or judges and clerk, you all are now terminated, all of you all. The Starks Building, Todd and Jeff Underhill, subjects in the office of owner / CEO / president, you are all or both terminated. The Madrid Building, Chris Dissinger, subject in the office of CEO, you are now terminated. And all agents, principals, heirs, assigns, and any derivatives thereof are all terminated. I am and all Moors are the new ancient. Let me say this properly. From time immemorial, I forget how to say it. From time immemorial, I'm gonna say that like that. From time immemorial, non-pro-top, from the beginning to the end. Okay, we are resuming the role as sovereign over said entities and fiduciaries and chief executive officers, owners, and presidents, okay? You will receive further instructions when you receive further instructions in the near future, maybe tomorrow, but eventually, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful and be ready to serve as subjects, because If you don't choose to serve as a subject, then we will send the provost marshals after you and retrieve you and take you to Guantanamo prison, where you will receive your decapitation or life in prison. Okay? Because we are the law, and the law shall live, and the law shall be carried out. So if you wish to continue to operate on this land, you will operate as a subject up under our rulership. With that being said, peace and grand rising, peace and grand rising, peace and grand rising. Everybody have a great rest of your Saturday, which is the 7th day of the week. 7 being significant, because the 7, I am the 7, okay? And in many ways. But peace and grand rising, family. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Keep love on your mind. Keep peace on your mind. And we're going to reign in peace. We're going to reign in love. And everything going to flow smoothly because it is our will. We are not at war. We are not at war. We are not at war. Peace, fam.